Hello and welcome everyone. My name is Matthew here with Crescent Beer. We're taking a look at a 1995-1996 Upper Deck Electric Court Michael Jordan. This is a parallel, if you want to call it a parallel. Electric Court is kind of a little bit different. I don't really know if we call them inserts. You can kind of call it insert, even though, so why I call it parallel is the inserts are kind of a totally different set of cards. This is more of the base card with an Electric Court emblem on it. So you have that. Quick disclaimer, every video we do, the grades that we do are essentially my best way of rating the condition of the card. They're not guaranteed to cross over other grading companies. They're not guaranteed to increase or decrease the monetary value of the card. Again, my best way of assessing the condition of the card. Let's go ahead and dive into it. Already took some up-close photos, did some cross-referencing of this card, and let's just go ahead and see where we land. There's a bit of a surface issue on the back that'll drop down the surface issue quite a bit, and I guess we could almost start with that. Centering looks pretty good, but we'll dive into the overall surface first. We'll take a look at the front and see if we can see any kind of areas around that electric court. Sometimes you could possibly see something there. I don't see much there. I don't see a lot of surface wear because we around that logo, but overall the front of the card, possibly a small indentation line at the top there. Not much, but front of the card, a little bit on the corner down there. The front of the card feels like a about a 9, maybe 8.5. Starting at the bottom here, you can kind of see a bit of a wear down there on the bottom left. So I believe that would, I don't know if it's a crease or if it is just a, kind of see it in certain light right there. You can kind of see it, indentation, a mark. So that's going to take our surface down. So, but the biggest issue is this top left corner has a, you call it a spot, a imperfection. Also, there's some additional kind of wear there at the top left as well, in addition to that spot. So the surface probably for me is going to get it's in between a 7 and a 6.5. I'm going to go 7 on the surface for this one. So we'll take a look at that, and then we'll take a look at the corners. I guess we might as well go ahead and do that while we're getting kind of taking a close look here. That corner feels like a 8.5 to 9. That corner there, let's also maybe have to, okay, that's just a piece of debris, we're good. That corner there kind of feels like it has a, let's kind of get a certain lights. Definitely some whitening to it. Also trying to see what other, kind of take it off camera and take a look at it. That corner there is probably, and we're also getting this angle here on this corner. So the corners are probably looking like an 8, maybe a 7.5. Let's take a look at these corners. So a bit of wear. I think 7.5 is where I'm landing on the corners. So right now the card is in between a 7 and a 7.5 edge wear. Let's take a look at the edges. Like a little bit of edge wear at the bottom, not a lot. It's probably like in between a 9, 9.5. So edges aren't really all that bad. We're just seeing some other issues on the card that we have noted. So overall, not bad on our edges. Probably leaning towards a 9. Let's take a look here. A bit of a kind of imperfection there on that left edge. A little bit of imperfections on the top. So probably like 8.5 on our edges. Yeah, 8.5 on our edges is where I'm landing. Right now we're at a 7.5. We'll take a look at the center. Let's go ahead and take a look at these logos on the back. So that centering's pretty good. The logo man, as far as the distance between the left and the bottom, and then the left or the right to the bottom is also very symmetrical. So that is a 9.5. Top, a little bit more room on the bottom than the top part of the card. So maybe lean towards a 9. Here we have a little bit less room on the left compared to the top. Not really an anchor point on the left. So I think a 9 is the centering I would give on this one. So we had 7 or a 7.5 and 8.5 round out to a 9 or an 8. I'm sorry. We had an 8 and a 7 average out to a 7.5, and then we had a 9. We could also average out an 8 to a 9 is an 8.5, and in between an 8.5 and a 7 would be the average, or 7.5 to 9. So let's see here. That is an 8.5. And then it's in between 8.5 and a 7. Move up half a point to that down a half a point. So between 8 and 7.5, so 7.75. So I think 7.5 is honestly, we'll also run through Grok and see what Grok says. But yeah, that is probably my best assessment at this card. I'm looking at in between a 7.5 and an 8. And yeah, just a little bit of wear on that. So love the electric court, love the card. But yeah, whenever there is issues, we always note it. And we'll see what Grok says. We'll take an up close photo of that back of the card surface, and we'll kind of run it through and give Grok some training on how to kind of look at surface wear. So yeah, thank you for watching. Continue to watch and have a great day.